Thank you, everyone. Hi, I'm Femi, co-founder and CEO of Foodlocker, an ag tech company that's solving for protein deficiency across the world. Did you know that when a brewery brews 200 pints of beer, we can actually produce 1 kilogram of protein from the side stream of that beer production? Well, why should you care? You should, because over 700 million Africans cannot afford and do not consume the required 61 grams of protein they need to function effectively. And that is because we're not producing enough livestock feed to feed the livestock. The good news is that cattle can help. They can synthesize cheap side streams of beer and crop production, but they eat a lot and they emit methane. Another alternative is poultry. They are fast maturing sources of protein, but to produce a $3 chicken, you need to feed it with $2. So it's not efficient. So how do we feed all of this livestock, provide enough protein for Africans efficiently and sustainably? That's where Foodlocker comes in. We use regenerative and precision agriculture to drive the production of protein and grains by using the side streams of beer and crop production to essentially drive the production of protein in large quantities. We then add a secret sauce, Africa-sourced aromatic plants that kick out the methane emissions. That allows smallholder farmers to then produce effectively and sustainably for large buyers. How does it work? We mix, we dry, we pelletize brewery-spent grains and brewery-spent yeast. You've not heard of that today, maybe? And we convert that into protein-rich livestock feed. That then ensures that we can feed livestock really affordably and sustainably. In our pilot with AB InBev, we essentially produced an optimized feed type from brewery-spent grains and brewery-spent yeast, plus some other ingredients. And during that pilot, we conducted 24 trials on different batches of livestock. Ultimately, we then measured the weight of the livestock, their critical growth and vitals, and we determined the methane emissions using in vitro analysis. What did we get? We were able to reduce the cost of feeding livestock by over 30%, which means the farmers can make more money. We then also increased the value in terms of the price that ABI can charge on their spent grains and yeast by over 500%. In addition, we crashed methane emissions by over 70%. We make money by selling the feed to farmers, but also selling the grains and the protein to large commodity buyers. We've made millions of dollars in revenue since we started. We've been profitable, and we've also been able to achieve more than 1 kilogram weight gain in cattle. For poultry, it's over 15% performance improvement. To scale up, we're leveraging the side streams of food and beer production to produce livestock feed. We feed that to livestock. The livestock give us manure. We use the manure to produce crops, and then we take all of the crops, all of the protein, we sell to the large commodity buyers. We've done that for a number of companies, and we can do that for all of you, as long as you have side streams. My team has over 60 years of work experience in agriculture, data science, and so on. We're raising $2 million to finance 4 drying factories, and the objective is essentially to ensure we can produce enough feed that will definitely provide protein for 250,000 human beings every year. This is a very profitable space. It's impact plus a lot of money. 6 times returns were given to investors in 5 years. Why now? Over $500 million has been invested in the methane emission space. You've heard about some of them. With Foodlocker, it's a lot cheaper. You can grow it anywhere you can grow corn. And over 30% has been essentially in terms of food inflation in African countries. With our solution, it's a lot cheaper. Tens of thousands of lives can be saved because there's no more nomadic farming. So ladies and gentlemen, when you beautiful people leave this room and you go out there to go and consume beer, Just remember, 1 extra kilogram of protein. You, us. Let's talk.